This is fascinating to me. This is such a fascinating story, and because it involves one of the best players of all time playing at the top of his game, and an organization that's won 13 games 3 straight years, saying we will go ahead and start somebody new and bring ourselves back to the NFC North Pack. You're assuming, we have to assume it's not a 13-win season for Jordan Love. Can be. Of course it can be. He can suddenly blossom right before our very eyes and take off, and the rest of the team is still there and intact and happy and ready to roll. But for that to happen, somebody's got to make the move first. Matt LaFleur, rightfully so. After the game's over, he's like, hey, of course we want Aaron back. He moves, I wouldn't want to think about this place without him. He means so much to this place. Everything revolves around him. You heard A.J. Dillon talking about how Rodgers helps him out with X, Y, and Z, and Aaron Jones said the same thing. They revere this guy. I'm sure everybody else around there. Aaron's in the building, guys. He's here. They take their cues from him. I'm sure the whole world revolves around him. So he's gone because you want to start Jordan Love because you got to. Who makes that move first? Who tells Aaron we are done here? If he sits there and comes out first, though, and says, I want to stay, that kind of puts the Packers in a situation, if they are twitching in the direction of wanting to see what Jordan Love is, and that's always been part of their plan, doesn't that put them behind the 8 ball? A little bit? Is it possible all of this stuff gets played out in quiet and that one day we find out Aaron Rodgers is a fill-in-the-blank? There's a press conference in Denver. He's a Bronco. He's a Titan. He's a this. He's a that. He's a Dolphin. He's a Steeler. He's a Brown. Wow. Is that the way this goes? Because that's not the way it usually plays out in this world. It's fascinating to me. Rodgers is going to have to decide first, I imagine. And what if he shows up to the meeting, to the Zoom, like, yeah, I'm back. And Gutekunst and Mark Murphy and everyone else is like, yeah, well, I hate to break it to you, but we came here to tell you we're out. Then what?
Exactly like Favre. It's so eerie, the similarities.
Well, Favre said he was out. And then he said, I'm back. And they're like, we've moved on. That's what happened.
I mean, I get it, but
that's what happened after years of, is he coming back or not?
Yeah. It was a couple
and then they
ago.
ran it back, and then he's like, yeah, I'm out. And they're like, no, I want to stay. And why aren't they falling over themselves to keep me here? Right. Well, no. Right. For who? For the kid?
Right.
Who turned out to be
amazing.
Really good.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
In the amazing department. So how does it play out? You suss it out, you sense it, you figure it out. Do you write it down on a piece of paper and you flip it over at the same time? You go first. You go first. You go first. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Stay.
Now.
Gone. Go.
Those notes you pass in junior high. Do you like
know.
me? Yes,
like,
no,
what are the,
maybe.
I'm fascinated by the mechanics and how it won't leak out. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.